What's up, guys? Jacob Ober here. Got another episode of BuckTalk for you tonight. Haven't done one of these in a little while, but the Bucks tonight on national TV, they lose a really close one to the Thunder, 118 to 112. This was a game that the Bucks they jumped out to an early lead. I believe they were out to an 8-0 start, and then Oklahoma City took the lead. They really didn't look back after that. They were playing phenomenal throughout three quarters, and then the Bucks made a little bit of a rally in the fourth quarter, got it to within 3 points before Paul George exploded pretty much. I mean, that guy is one of the best players in the league when he's on. I am a little bit frustrated that knowing that like if he didn't have like one of the best games of the season, that the Bucks probably would have gotten a victory out of this one, but you know, that's just the way it goes in the NBA. The Thunder shot 16 of 32 from three. Once again, I feel like this is a common theme with the losses. Whenever you beat the Bucks, it's usually because you shot lights out from three. If the Bucks are able to limit the amount of times you're able to shoot threes, if they're able to limit your percentage from the 3-point line, you're almost never going to be able to beat the Bucks. And that's the thing. I mean, when you want to beat the Bucks, you gotta shoot them from behind the arc, and you've got to out-rebound them and be more physical in the paint. And both of those things happened tonight. The Bucks were out-rebounded. I can't remember what the final tally was. They got more second-chance points than the Bucks. They outshot the Bucks from three. They outshot them in general. I think the Bucks hovered right around 40%, while Oklahoma City was at 47%. I mean, even though all of that happened, though, the fact that the Bucks had this game within reach at the end was pretty impressive. They went on a very, very impressive run towards the end of that game. And Giannis, for as bad as he was in the first half, he only had 3 points on 0 for 6 shooting. Didn't even make a field goal in the first half. Only the second time that's happened all year. He comes out. He has 24 points in the. He has 24 points in the second half, and that was a big reason why the Bucks were able to come back. He had 3 threes as well, so he was able to expand his range. They were really collapsing the paint on him. It was really tough for him. They were making life hard. They were constantly trying to reach in and get that ball, and he did turn the ball over quite a bit of times tonight. I can't remember the final tally again. I haven't looked at the stats yet. I do know some of the stats. I just didn't really look at all like the numbers. I know Giannis finished with 27, I think, but it was a frustrating game for him. Even though he still had 27 points, it really felt like he was working for his points. You know, he had to hit the threes to even get to that point. If he doesn't hit the threes, then we're looking at a 19 or 18 point game for him instead. So he did enough to try and help the Bucks get a victory. However, the rest of his teammates really didn't have that great of a night, except for Chris Middleton. I think Middleton had over 20 points tonight for the first time, and it seems like a long time since Middleton has had a 20-point game. But he was on tonight. He hit some threes. He was pretty good. Like to see more performances like this out of Chris. You know, when Giannis isn't able to get it going, when Chris Middleton is, and that was another reason why the Bucks had this game close towards the end. Middleton was hitting his threes. He was playing pretty well tonight. And, you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, though, Paul George was pretty much the biggest difference in this ball game. I mean, he hit half of the Thunder's 16 3-point makes. He had 8 3-pointers tonight. And, I mean, some of them were just absurd. Like, he was just pulling up from, like there's a guy right in his face, still drilling it. Like, there's just nothing you can really do about it. He's just that good of a player. And, you know, it's frustrating because, like I said, if he doesn't have, like, the game of the season tonight, the Bucks are probably walking out of here with a victory. But that's just the way the game goes. The Bucks will have to regroup. I can't remember who they play next. I think it's the Pistons, actually. A couple days from now. Today's Sunday, so probably Tuesday then, I think. Tuesday will be the next time the Bucks play at Detroit. That'll hopefully the Bucks are going to be able to get a victory on the road there. They usually play the Pistons pretty well. And then they're going to go on Thursday to Toronto, and that's going to be a really tough game on the road against Toronto, coming off of 2 games in 4 days. So that's hopefully the Bucks can get a victory in Detroit, gear up for Toronto. Then after that, I think they go out to Washington and they finish out in Brooklyn before coming back home. So, but it's going to be a pretty rough stretch of games for the Bucks. 5 straight on the road in 10 days. That is a pretty grueling schedule right there. And like I said, I mean, it's frustrating that they weren't able to get this victory tonight because you want to be able to start off these road trips on the right foot. And even though they are coming off of a 6-game winning streak prior to this loss, you still want to be able to get any victory you can. And that's why the Detroit game, it's pretty important because you don't want to be going into Toronto losing your last two. And the Bucks still have not lost back-to-back games yet, so I do expect them to go to Detroit and win. However, I'm not going to try and jinx anything here, so we'll have to see what happens. But anyways, guys, so thanks for watching. That's all I really have to say tonight. I'll have my Buck Talk out after the Pistons game most likely. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Bucks.